Nothing brings a fan cave together like a nice piece of fan-made art.
It makes sense. It's a special custom-made collectible that stands apart from helmets, hockey sticks, and home run balls.
Our next guest is one of the most popular producers of fan art and one of the most charitable.
Yeah, not only does he give to charity, but he's giving to you, Fan Nation. 3 special Steelers prints are up for grabs for 3 discerning fans.
So keep those artistic eyes sharp for a clue as we meet professional sports artist Larry Klue.
Hey, before we go to break here,
I tried.
we have a special presentation. Larry, come on down here. Larry Klukaszewski, yep, is one of the best artists in town. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that Larry does, and it's on the side of the helmet. Tell us how long it took, Larry, to make this.
75 hours to work on this helmet.
75. It's very detailed, I see.
It's Christmas time. It's a season of giving, so this is a gift from me to you,
thank you,
from the Steeler Nation.
Sports stars' homes, fanatics' fan caves, the Great Hall. These are the places where Larry Klue's artwork can be found.
About 15 years ago or so, I decided to become a professional artist. I was lucky enough to make some professional contacts within the local sports community, and that led me to do a lot of charitable work, which is a passion of mine, and I really enjoy using my artwork to help others. My favorite athlete to paint is Jerome Bettis, and he's probably the athlete that I've painted the most, and there's just such raw emotion that comes along with how he played the game. Most memorable pieces was a football that I actually got to do for Dan Rooney. So I painted a piece for him. Pretty sure it's still on display at the Great Hall. The meeting with Mr. Rooney was one of the highlights of my career, so I have a picture of the two of us down there by my television. Several years ago, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, I was hired to paint at the mall in Butler County. And just by chance, also appearing at this event was Rocky Bleier.
Larry and Rocky hit it off. Rocky loved his work, and they bonded over their experiences with the military.
About a year or so later, I was hired by an independent publisher to do a children's book.
Well, how thrilled were you to be contacted to be the subject of a children's book?
It was really quite an honor.
Larry creates his compositions in a studio surrounded by collectibles, a room which runs double coverage as a fan cave.
Yeah, it's just such a nice place. This is where I come to do my work, and where I'm inspired to create when I'm here. It's a feeling of love, because this was such a loving home growing up, so it's just it's such a positive place for me. There are things that go way back to my childhood. So for example, right behind me there are these guys. They were produced by Sears. You know how you get the Christmas catalog? They're called NFL Teammates. That's a poster from my childhood that my brother-in-law Joe framed up for me. So that thing's, probably 40-some, 50 years old. There's pen and ink drawings, bobbleheads, cereal boxes, baseball bats, signed football helmets, footballs themselves. The list goes on and on. I mean, it's just it's a smorgasbord of Pittsburgh sports memorabilia. Of course, there's a ton of artwork here.
When Larry's not painting the greats, he's teaching those who have yet to achieve greatness.
Students ask me a lot about personal interactions with some of the athletes. For example, one time, and there was a picture, I did a piece of Ryan Shazier, and I was standing with Ryan, and one of the kids says, "That's you and Ryan Shazier, you met him?" And I said, "Yeah, I did that piece." I get a kick out of using my talents and abilities to help others, so I enjoy talking to my school kids about that immensely.
Did you see it, Fan Nation? Follow the clue to Larry Klue's artwork. Here they are again if you missed them. The first 3 fans that find these 3 pieces will take one home. The search starts Monday. See the website for rules and more information. Good luck.